Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Trina and this is TNT. Thank you for joining me today. I figure we're going to do a shadow reading today. I haven't done a shadow reading for a long time. Never mind one for the collective. So this is for the collective. Take what resonates, leave the rest. So let's get at it. Okay, what shadow cards do we have for the collective today? So we have stealing, sorrow, and judgment. Okay, so these are elements that you would have pushed into your shadow because you didn't want to deal with them, or somebody told you that you shouldn't be like that, so you push that into your shadow so that you could please them or fit in or something like that. It'll be different for everybody. Okay, let's clarify these cards. So why do we have stealing here for the collective? Why do we have stealing? So we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, so it feels to me like you either stole something and felt bad about it, so you didn't, and then shoved that whole idea into your shadow because you knew it was wrong, or you thought about stealing something and then didn't do it. With the Pentacles here, it does signify that it was for your benefit. So I don't think you got stolen from. With the Queen of Swords here, I do think that maybe you thought about stealing and then decided that the truth is it's wrong, and you decided not to do it. And you might feel some regret about not doing it because now you're missing something. Okay, why do we have sorrow here for the collective? Why do we have sorrow for the collective? Two of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so there's been something going on for a long time now that's brought you nothing but pain and heartache and misery. This is signifying that it's time for you to move on to another chapter of your life, but you're not seeing that for some reason because you're not actually seeing that this is bringing you the heartache and the pain and the hardships that are happening for you here. Okay, so why do we have judgment here for the collective? What's with judgment for the collective? So we have the Chariot, the Sun, and the Two of Swords. Okay, so this is feeling like some sort of indecision. It's like a standstill because of indecisiveness, maybe an internal struggle. Usually I get the Five of Wands for an internal struggle. I don't always have to have it though to feel that, and I do feel an internal struggle here with this. So it's like you're judging yourself, but you're trying not to because you know it's not going to do you any good because you're very hard on yourself. But if you do judge yourself, it looks like it will push you towards growth and towards happiness. Maybe it is time to judge yourself. Maybe you've been avoiding that too long. And maybe you need to take a long, hard look at yourself and see yourself clearly for once. Because I don't think you're seeing yourself very clearly here. It's just with the Two of Swords, it's really feeling like you're not seeing yourself clearly and you need to cut through something to see yourself more clearly here. Okay, let's get a little bit of advice on these cards. Let's get some advice on these cards. What's the advice on the stealing card here and the whole bit with it? What's the advice out there with that? Discuss it. So maybe it's time to talk to somebody about how you felt here and how this made you feel, and maybe that will help you sort through it so that you can integrate it into your consciousness and get it out of your shadow. You don't want stuff sitting in your shadow like that. It'll take over. Okay, well, what's the advice on the sorrow card here and the messages on sorrow? What's the advice? Talk it out. Same thing. So like, really generally speaking, maybe it's time to see a therapist or talk to a friend or a family member. Maybe do some research on how to do some shadow work. Because it's really asking, the cards are really stressing for you to sort it out through talking about it. Whether it's on paper in a journal or something like that, that's fine too. With the discuss it card, it feels like there should be a second party involved here, but that's up to you. Okay, why do we have judgment here? What's the advice on the judgment card? What's the advice on judgment here? Okay. Collect it. Yeah. Like I said, it is really asking you to finally judge yourself. You've been avoiding that for too long, it feels like. So you really need to take an honest look at yourself and make a judgment call, and then collect that and use it to your benefit. Figure it out, you know? Doing some shadow work is highly recommended here for you, whoever this is for. Okay, let's get some charms just to close this off here, see what else we need to know. Let's get a handful of charms. Okay, so we have a token that says, just has 2 hearts on it, and it says, a sister is someone to dream, cry, sing, and laugh with. Maybe discuss things with your sister if you have one. Might be a thing. This is Cancer, and it says imaginative. Aquarius, and it says friendly. There's a token that says handmade. This is a postcard. This is a bar of music. It's kind of wavy. A heart with wings. Maybe someone's passed away here. Someone you loved. There's a key with 2 hearts on it. Heart with a nurse's hat. A tower. It looks like the Eiffel Tower. The letter H. The letter Z. Yeah, letter Z. A cello or a bass or a guitar. Probably a bass or a guitar. It doesn't have any strings, but probably supposed to. And a ghost with a bow. Sorry, skeleton ghost with a bow. Full skeleton with a bow. Yeah, okay. So there you have it. That is your shadow reading for today for the collective. Please take what resonated and leave the rest for whoever needs it. If you like this reading, please feel free to like, share, donate, comment, subscribe. All of those things will help my channel grow. I appreciate all of your support, and I hope you have a wonderful day.